Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Pisces, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one or making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Pisces, I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one is from this brand new, shiny, brand new deck, the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. That's going to be for the base spread of your reading. And I don't have the box for this one, but this is the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, which I was telling Cancer, the reading I just did, that I don't think that I've used this deck maybe once on my channel. I don't know why I don't use it. It's so vibrant and beautiful, but felt like the right thing to do today. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I'm just going to get three. It's just a general reading. No past, present, future. I'm going to get 3 cards for the base spread from the Oracle deck. I read these cards intuitively. So an extra card came out, and I'm going to take that as your overall energy. Let me get the tarot. Okay. 7 cards on the table. This first one is interesting. Resistance. So Pisces, what are you battling right now? There's a little bit of, in one sense, one could say there's this bullheadedness, stubbornness, but maybe Pisces has their reasons to be resistant to something. Spirit just said resistant to change, and then it was a big question mark. The number 2 in the major arcana of the tarot is Pisces energy. It's the High Priestess. So whatever it is that you feel as though you're resisting against, I feel as you're using your intuition to guide you. Or maybe it is the resistance, right? This sense that we're standing up to something because we feel it is just. We feel it is the right thing to do. And in that sense, resistance can be empowering. So we shall see how it kind of plays out. It's interesting too that there's a bull, but then there's also this parrot here, and there's this little... Okay, thank you, Spirit. There's something about the parrot. I wasn't going to talk about it, but it's like Spirit drew my attention to it. What is a parrot or a parakeet or these birds that talk? But what do? They mimic. It seems like that they talk to us, but they're actually just mimicking the sounds and following cues, right? Maybe they learn what those cues are, right? Polly want a cracker is like the most famous one. You teach the bird how to say Polly want a cracker, and then give it a cracker every time so that it knows that I make this sound, I get this food. So there's something to that. It's like maybe you've been made to kind of regurgitate a company line or a political stance or a family story or whatever it is. And there's something, that's you rallying against that now. Also with this kind of dichotomy here, it's just this we're stepping into a new reality, or we're resisting it. It's interesting. Something shifted on my desk here, and I want to. Some crystals on my desk moved, but behind it was this card. So, if any of you have watched any of the honey drop stories that I have in, I posted them to my channel. I've told 3 particular stories, and you can watch those in the in my playlist. There's one story that I tell about a very special ace of diamonds from a former friend who has now passed away. The ace of diamonds showed up as one of the most tremendous synchronicities that I think I've ever experienced, and especially in the presence of another person. And I asked him in spirit a couple days ago to show me that he was still with me and well, and to show me a sign, to show me the ace of diamonds. And I went to a friend's going away party, and she's going to Las Vegas, and as part of the decorations, my job had put out all, like, casino chips and decorations, and here it was. And I didn't know that they were going to do that, obviously, but this card literally just moved on my desk. Yes, it was behind a crystal that moved, but Spirit wants me to bring it to your attention. The equivalent, I imagine, that the Ace of Diamonds would be the Ace of Swords, clarity, illumination. That friend is also an Aries. So you might be dealing with an Aries, but it's more about new beginnings. New beginnings. I'm going to put it on the desk for you, Pisces. The first card you have on the table here, feels like a very Aries sentiment. The word is domination. Domination, number 9. Lots of religious iconography here. And this sense of fighting over others. The fact that there are religious iconography here, I mean, it could reference these. Okay, your spirit guides have entered the chat. I feel that fluctuation in my ear. This could be this resistance against some kind of organized religion, religious thought, religious belief. Maybe you have discovered something about yourself and set out on a new path. Maybe there is this pressure. Let's take religion out of it completely and just have this be representations of organized, structured ideology. There could be this sense that you feel like it's bearing down on you, because I see that 9 is the 9 of Wands. It feels like perhaps something might be bearing down on you. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse to clarify that. This Queen of Pentacles is usually earthly, abundant, generous, beautiful, compassionate. I'm now feeling resistance. When I feel strong resistance to the message of a reading, this thing happens to my inner ear, to my eardrum. It's almost like it, how do I describe it? It's almost like it spasms, and it's not pleasant. And there's some resistance to this message. Perhaps not on your part, but on somebody's in your orbit. Somebody in your orbit does not want you to thrive under these conditions, under some such conditions. They don't want you to be prosperous. You know this. I think this is why you're resistant. Can I get a clarifier for the domination card? Thank you. Yeah. Wow. That could not have been any clearer of a message. We're moving on from this. Six of Swords. Moving from chaos to calm. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm not having any of this. Spirit just said, see ya, don't want to be ya. It's a sense that we've thought about it. We've put some thought into it. And we're not tolerating it anymore. We're moving forward. That's the definition of the Six of Swords. Clear as a bell. Interesting. Next is the number 12, which corresponds to the Hanged Man in the major arcana of the tarot, which is Pisces and Virgo energy. That card, which is not represented here yet anyway, that card represents having to step away from a situation because we're too close to see it clearly, to have any kind of intelligent conversation about it, because we might be too emotionally invested. So it's making the sacrifice of stepping away. Stepping away. I'm stepping away for the good of everything. And the word is submission. Look at that. So it's not the same bird, but it feels like it could be the same bird. The cage is open. The cage is open. Right? But the bird is facing the opposite direction. Does it know that it's one flutter away from freedom? Does it know? Ah, the two fish up there. Pisces energy. This is a Pisces card. Here, right here. Maybe you've been made to submit to the point where you don't know what freedom looks like anymore. But you can feel that sense of it because you're fighting back. Maybe you're fighting back for the first time in your life, or fighting back in a way where you're not going to back down. You're not going to change your mind, and you're not going to submit. But I see here that maybe you've been made to, and it's confused you. But I think the 12 being evoked here represents this desire to get to the heart of things, to see things as they are. It's clarified by the Queen of Swords, air energy. Queen of Swords is no nonsense. She is not playing around. She's got that sword in her hand and she demands the truth. She demands it. It's reference to the crown chakra with that kind of glowing light, that glowing lantern. I don't know what that's supposed to be, because she's wearing her own crown. It looks like a snitch. Harry Potter reference. Maybe you like Harry Potter. Maybe there's something having to do with a snitch. A snitch. What is a snitch? It's somebody that tells on you or tells on somebody, reveals a secret to somebody they shouldn't. Interesting. Spirit just reminded me of advice that I gave to somebody once, which they did not take. To stay in your lane. Spirit just reverberated that between my 2 ears. I mean, this could be you saying this to somebody. The Queen of Swords demands the truth. She already knows what it is. She just wants to know if you know what it is and if you're going to say it to her correctly. It's really powerful. She doesn't mess around. So there's something that you're kind of discovering now about that open door, about your freedom from something. What is this truth that we're searching for here? Four of Cups in reverse and the Hermit. Right? This sense that things are being illuminated, but it didn't come without a lot of inner contemplation. See how the Hermit here, he's got his lantern, which is powered by the star energy of the tarot. But what is it illuminating? It's illuminating this snake on his path. The ways in which fear, doubt, anxiety, threat have all been things that we've had to contend with, but now we're seeing a little bit more clearly. We have more power behind us. We have more experience where we can be more discerning with that Queen of Swords. Four of Cups in reverse, seeing the cup that Spirit has to offer us for the first time. There's all of this kind of like illumination energy, this like clarity about what is actually happening. Not what I think is happening, what is actually happening. It's complex what's going on. This is a complex situation. It's psychological. I feel like this is psychological warfare, especially here. Well, we end the reading with a 5, and I can't stand 5s because they're all about transition. But this is a rather beautiful 5 because it talks about generosity. Spirit just said forgiveness is a kind of generosity. Forgiveness is a kind of generosity. It's clarified by the Four of Swords. Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, the heartbreak card. This sense that in this space of recuperation and rest and renewal, what we're going to understand is that forgiveness is always going to be the most powerful position. It's not forgiving and forgetting. It's not forgiving and letting it happen again. It's not forgiving and letting somebody push our boundaries. It's simply forgiving and moving forward. It's the superpower that most people cannot master. It's forgiving the self. It's almost like Spirit bestowing that ability upon you in this situation. They're also saying heal yourself, heal the world, which is a statement that I have literally on the wall at my job, in my office. Heal yourself, heal the world. It's absolutely true. Because your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. And if your inner world is unhealed, you will continue to attract crap. You will continue to attract things that take from you, that deceive you, that manipulate you, because you're susceptible to it, because you don't have self-worth. That's why the healing process is just so key. It's like the key to life. Can I have a clarifier, please, to end the reading? Tower in reverse. Number 16 of the major arcana. It's the Scorpio and Aries energy. When the Tower comes in reverse, it's like averting disaster. Sometimes it can be seen as like trying to resist the inevitable, but for you it feels like averting disaster. That it's like you're breaking free and just in time. Because something is going to fall, but like you're not going to be in the tower when it happens. Can I get a card of advice from Spirit, please? One card of advice, please, Spirit. Thank you. 7 of Cups in reverse. Spirit is asking you to stay the course. Don't be distracted. Don't get confused by things that are flashy or too good to be true. There are some things that are too good and true, but you can discern. You know what the difference is, especially with this Queen of Swords. You know what the difference is. You can tell. Be very clear in what you're trying to manifest. Be very clear in what you want. Be very clear in the boundaries that you're upholding. That's your reading, Pisces. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Pisces.